What's up, YouTube? For today's video, we're the full Pseudo Dragon Pokemon team. This is all based around Pokemon that I feel could actually be a Dragon type, but they're not really, based on stuff like their characteristics. Now, obviously, a video and a team like this is highly opinionated, so just remember that before you leave a comment, right? So if you want to come and follow me on Twitch, and make sure you do. This is where I do all my live theme teams, Pokemon sweeps, shiny hunts, and where I take battles as well. So twitch.tv/PIMPNITE. The link is in the top of the description of the video. Come and drop me a follow there. Okay, today we got 2 battles, and these are some really good battles. I really hope you enjoy them. So the first battle here is against your boy Ashtray, and we got 2 battles here. So if you did actually battle me in one of these, just let me know in the comment section. I always like to hear if I battled someone that watches my videos, or just a random person that comes along my videos, right? So we got a Talonflame here. I've got my Aerodactyl lead right now. Aerodactyl I felt could fit in as a dragon and flying. Now dragon and rock could also work too, but what I wanted to do, right, is I wanted to have 6 different, I just made these typings up, obviously, 6 different new typings for my whole team that could be pseudo dragons. So Talonflame is going to go for a Tailwind here, and now Aerodactyl is going to go for a Stealth Rock. So I thought, okay, I've got this Talonflame in a really hard spot here, because if it swaps out, it's going to take an enormous amount of damage from Stealth Rock, right? And I thought, well, if I go for a Meteor Beam here, I've got the Power Herb attached, I can get a free special attack boost. And let me tell you, Aerodactyl really does need a special attack boost. It's absolutely horrible in special attack, which is exactly why I want to run it. So now it stays in Brave Birds. I was very interesting they actually stayed in there. I mean, they could have swapped out and go for a Roost later on. Maybe they wanted to get some sort of damage against me, so they just went for Brave Bird. So go for that Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam is going to activate on 1 turn. The other moves I got on this one is Dragon Pulse. I gave each one of these Pokemon a Dragon type move of some description, and the other move is Hurricane, right? So Talonflame is going to get absolutely annihilated there. You know what? I feel like I didn't even need a boost from Meteor Beam to take it out. That's how weak it is, right? It's a rock type move. So in comes a Zapdos too. Now I will say one thing as well. At this stage, there are some Pokemon which could have made it to this team which aren't in the game too, and there are some other Pokemon which could have fitted in this team as well. I only had 6 Pokemon to use, and remember I was trying to make up 6 new types, so I tried to take any repeats out of the equation. I'll put some examples in the video too, right? So Aerodactyl is going to go down there, and that's that's their first KO, and I've got 1 as well, so it's a fairly even game so far. So now we're going to go to Gyarados. This is a Dragon Water type, I named it. I feel that's pretty good, Dragon and Water, in getting rid of the flying, right? Now, this is a very bulky set. This works hand in hand with my Aerodactyl. It's a Dragon Tail Rest Sleep Talk Raw set. I've run this a couple of times on some odd occasions. I've actually had some pretty good success with it, right? Because it sort of gets heavily underestimated. So Zapdos, they're just going to Dynamax like straight away. They've got the speed advantage, so I'm like, okay, hopefully, and obviously they got the Defiant boost as well, which was, kind of unfortunate. I was trying to phase them out of the battle before they could make use of it. Unfortunately, I went for the Dragon Tail, and now that's not going to affect the Zapdos, and it's going to go for a Max Airstream. However, Gyarados does manage to hold on there. Now, the EVs I gave this were as follows: Max Health and Max Defense, and I gave it a boosting special defense nature, and obviously I dropped the special attack there. Calm. So we got Dragon Water, my Gyarados living on just a little bit of health. There's nothing much I can really do. However, the Tailwind does actually stop, which is good. Now, nothing I could do is going to do anything to this at all, so I just went for rest. Gyarados pretty much was a dead weight in this game. However, it was pretty good in some of my other battles, so don't count it out just yet. So there goes my Gyarados, and Zapdos is in a very powerful, position at the moment. It's got, even without the Tailwind, it's going to be very fast, right? So my next Pokemon is Dragonfire, which of course is Charizard. Now, interesting fact, I believe Charizard was the first Pokemon to actually get Outrage, and then it was Dragonite. So I thought, Charizard pretty much sums a pseudo dragon up. It looks like a dragon. It could definitely be a dragon fire, right? So we got a physical set here, running off Dragon Dance, and we've also gave it Outrage and Parasol Berry as the item too. So I've got Blaze Kick as a fire type move too, just for a little bit of stab, right? And Dual Wing Beat there as well, so I could bolster my speed, and I could actually land 2 hits as well, getting around maybe Sturdy or a sub or something like that. So I thought, you know what? This is prime time to go for a Dynamax Charizard. It sort of feels weird seeing a normal Charizard, not like a G-Max Charizard, and not a shiny one, right? I'm using the rare orange Charizard, right? The rare orange Charizard. It's very, very hard to find, trust me. So go for a max guard there, stalling out that Zapdos' Dynamax a little bit there. I don't want it to get any damage on me at all, and like, I don't really want it to get any more speed boost either. Mainly the damage thing, though. It's going to be doing a lot of damage. So Zapdos is now out of its a Dynamax stage. I can go for a max Airstream here. That is super effective. Or I could go for a max Flare. Decided to go for the Airstream to give myself a little bit of boost in speed. Now, Charizard was running a max speed and max attack set. I gave this one Adamant Nature. Kind of needed a little bit more attack boost, right? Since I was running a physical set. Usually on a physical Charizard, you'd probably run Belly Drum. It's a little bit quicker. But this one, I want to run Dragon Dance. Of course, you know, Dragon Dance and Outrage here. A Pseudo Dragon team. I had to do it, right? So Zapdos is going to go down. So that's good. Finally getting rid of that. Plus, I got a couple of turns here. Now, I want to say this right now. Milotic actually could have fitted on this team very, very well as a Water Dragon too. So just... as you know, I wanted to have just one sort of type. So we had Gyarados as the Water Dragon. So Milotic was another choice there too. So I'm not saying it's not one. It just, obviously, I couldn't fit in this team. So once again, if you got any Pokemon you feel that a Pseudo Dragon, that could be a Pseudo Dragon, leave it below in the comment section. I'd love to see everyone's opinions and thoughts. So go for that Max Airstream there. Does a lot of damage to Milotic. Milotic is now going to stall me going for a cover. So like, okay. It's just going to keep doing that while I'm in Dynamax. And then when I get out of Dynamax, I'm going to have a kind of a weak Charizard here with Dual Wing Beat. Or, you know, a weak Outrage. And then I know probably a Surf, Scald, or Hydro Pump is most definitely going to be coming my way, right? So I was like, okay, well, I haven't got much to lose here. Let's go for Outrage and show them that I'm a real dragon. And I knew it wouldn't do too much in Milotic. It's a very bulky Pokemon, and it doesn't, right? So now Milotic is going to go for yet another recover. I'm like, okay, they probably expected to do me to do maybe a little bit more damage to that. And Milotic is nearly back to full health again. Fun times. So now I was thinking, okay, if they keep going for Outrage, maybe they'll wait for a Confusion, and then my Parasol Barrier will kick in. Let's see what happens. So go for another Outrage there. It's doing okay damage to Milotic. It would have been nice if I had Thunder Punch, but, you know, I was trying to run the whole Pseudo Dragon Charizard, right? I had to use the moveset that suited it, right? So Charizard is going to go down there. Nothing much I can do there. It's a pretty good effort. I did some damage to Milotic. Milotic is a very good counter. Unless you got something like Belly Drum, Thunder Punch, you aren't doing too much damage on the physical side. So bringing in a Dragon Poison Pokemon, which could have also been Dragon and Ground too, which is Nidoking. Now, Nidoking, I feel, has got a Dragon, Lizard, Reptilian sort of look to it. Like sort of like a cave sort of dragon. I know it's probably not the most, sort of like the most picked Pseudo Dragon you probably think of, but I really tried to be unique with this one. Like Nidoqueen could have worked too. Like there are sort of like a lot of dragon looking Pokemon too. So I absolutely demolished that Milotic there. This is a mixed Nidoking, and it worked pretty well to say the least. So we got max attack and max attack and max speed here. We've got sheer force and life orb. So I gave it 2 physical moves and 2 special moves. Like it actually worked very, very well. I had a lot of success with it, right? The only thing that sometimes let it down is I wasn't running max speed, right? I had to give those EVs an attack, right, which sort of let it down a little bit. So Salamence is going to get a little bit overconfident, setting a Dragon Dance up right in front of me. Ice Punch is going to be taking no prisoners, getting that sheer force boost there. Okay, so in comes the Rillaboom. I was like, all right, what's it going to really do to me? Is it going to go for a knockoff? Or is it going to have like a ground type move? That's pretty much all I was thinking of there. I've got Poison Jab. Poison Jab is going to be a very strong against this thing too. I've got the sheer force boost, and of course the item is Life Orb too, which is kind of nice. Now, Poison Jab is going to be jabbing that Rillaboom, and it's going to be super strong. So here comes the Earthquake there. Now, the only bad thing about Earthquake, it's going to get powered down, and that's why you run something like high horsepower instead, right? So now I'm going to go for the Poison Jab, and Rillaboom is going to go Rilla down. And we've taken all the Pokemon out but one, so things are going very, very good at the moment. Like, this team was a strong team. When you look at, like, what I was running, like, they were not playing around with the Pokemon they were using, right? So the next Pokemon, and the last Pokemon is Tapu Koko. So it's like, all right, I'm not going to outspeed Tapu Koko, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can go for a Earth Power, and it's not going to matter anyway. I'm going to get outsped. This thing can easily take me out. So, Nidoking here, we got the Electric Train on the field, by the way, if I didn't mention that. It can go for, look, it can go for, I'm just thinking, like, maybe like Grass Knot, something like that. That's what I was thinking. And I went for Grass Knot. Like, okay, that's fine. And Grass Knot is going to be enough to take out my Nidoking. But I feel like Nidoking's a kind of an interesting pick for this team. So I included 2 interesting picks on this team, and the other one being Dunsparce. So I've got a Dragon and normal Pokemon. Now, I will say this. When I first seen Drampa, I thought, wow, that's going to be Dunsparce's evolution, but it turned out not to be. So this is a Quick Claw Coil Dunsparce here. So we're going to go for a Coil, and we got Serene Grace as the item. Now, I noticed and I remembered that Dunsparce actually got Dragon Rush as a move too. Unfortunately, I can't use it in this instance because of the Fairy typing, right? But I still got Headbutt to use. Now, the EVs I gave this were max attack, max health, and max special defense, and I gave it Headbutt too, so I could get a Quick Claw and sort of like flinch right. And even if I didn't get a Quick Claw, it was pretty tanky Pokemon. As you can see, I'm taking those Thunderbolts under the Electric Terrain really, really well there. So go for Headbutt. I probably need like another 3 to take it out. So I need a Quick Claw activation here, and I need like another flinch there to even like remotely take this out. Unfortunately, it's going to hit me with another T-Bolt, and Dunsparce is going to be going down the dunny. But there wasn't much I could do there. Like I had to get luck. It was a fully on like luck set, right? Normally you can run like a coil one. I've seen them that kind of similar to that. They have like leftovers and things like that. But I want to shake things up and give it a Dragon type move. So the last Pokemon is Tyranitar. I had to include this on my team. I think it would have been wrong if I didn't include it. So this is my Dragon and Rock type Pokemon. This is max health and max special attack. We got the Assault Vest as the item. And look how much it ate that Thunderbolt. So we're going to go for Ancient Power here. This is a bulky boosting set. Ancient Power almost takes it out there. The other move I've got on this, or the other moves that I've got on this, is Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, and Fire Blast. Had to give it a Dragon type move. I feel like another Pokemon that could fit on this team too would be Aggron. That could be like, you know, a nice Dragon and Rock type Pokemon too. So just remember, I only wanted one of those certain typings or made up typings on my team, right? I try to, you know, spread things out so it'd be kind of interesting there, right? Now, also, there were some other Pokemon. Thank you for the battle as well, Trey. That was a really, like, guys, that was a pretty damn competitive team. I felt very proud of, you know, being able to do that well with this team. So the next Pokemon, the next Pokemon battles against Alex Brand here, and this was another good battle as well. Back to what I was saying, there are some Pokemon that are not in the game. Like, you could arguably say something like Sceptile could be sort of Dragon as well. Then it got the Mega, so, you know, there's like Pokemon like that you could use too. So we got an Umbreon lead here, and this team was, they had a lot of stall in this team, so I had to speed or cut out a fair bit of the turns because they took a fair long while to make their moves too. So Espeon's going to come in, it's going to bounce my Stealth Rock back with a Magic Bounce. I thought about that for a while. I thought, well, it'd be probably a pretty obvious play to go for Stealth Rock, and they probably would think that'd be fairly obvious. That's why I went for it, because I was trying to go for like, you know, I was trying to go for the obvious play to think that it's like those mind games, right? Let's go for an obvious play. They were expecting me to go for that and do something else, that sort of thing. So anyway, Aerodactyl is going to get the Meteor Beam here against the Espeon. Espeon's got pretty good special defense, considering, and I knew this wouldn't take it out, but it did a fair chunk of damage, so I was happy about that. Now, I've got my Aerodactyl. We can take it out in one more shot. We got the Grass type coming for Espeon here. It does okay damage to the Aerodactyl. Now, Espeon's going to swap out, and Blastoise is going to come in. So I thought, okay, I did look at their team preview, and I thought Blastoise would be a good Pokemon against my Aerodactyl. So go for the Hurricane, and Hurricane does well over half health. I was very impressed with that. So here I was thinking, well, it's probably going to go for a Surf, Scald, Ice Beam, whatever the heck it can do. It can easily take me out. So let's go for another Hurricane and just take it out of the equation. And it's going to go down. I thought they may Dynamax there. That maybe that was that they were thinking of Dynamaxing, but since they took so much health, they didn't bother in the end there. They definitely weren't expecting that. So Ferrothorn is going to come in. I thought, okay, Ferrothorn's probably going to go for a Gyro Ball, or it's going to set up me or Thunder Wave, something obvious like that Ferrothorn always does. So now I thought, okay, well, even if the Espeon comes back in, I can outspeed it and take it out anyway. So let's go for Stealth Rock. So we got the Stealth Rock down. That's good. And here comes the, you know, pretty obvious Gyro Ball there from the Ferrothorn, and that's going to take my Aerodactyl out. So that's fine. So once again, we're versing a very, very competitive team here against these memes. But that's good. I like the challenge. So I thought, okay, Charizard's going to take half its health away with the Stealth Rock that was bounced back. What a bet. Like, what a better Pokemon to swap it into, like, to, you know, a Ferrothorn, right? So go for the Dragonite, hoping it didn't have, like, Thunder Wave or anything like, annoying like that. And the Ferrothorn is actually going to be going for a Leech Seed. So, like, okay, that's annoying, but it's actually not that bad, because I could go for a Dynamax Charizard here and get rid of this Ferrothorn. Now, Ferrothorn was very good against my team. Like, as you see, I had I kind of poor damage output on my team, like, really. Like, it didn't have anything to do, like, a super huge amount of damage, because I was running, you know, all memes there, right? You know, like, physical Charizard without any, like, boost in its attack. Like, it needed, like, a Dragonite. Even after Dragonite, it wasn't taking Dynamax Pokemon. Like, Aerodactyl, even after the Meteor Beam, was doing nothing. Tyranitar was doing nothing. Like, it really was, quite a hard team to get lots and lots of damage on. So I really need to make use of my Dynamax here, right? So go for Dynamax Charizard here, nearly said Dynamax Dragonite, and they're going to go for the Protectors. They're going to try and stall me out of my Dynamax. Now, even though they're going to block it, this will do a lot of damage, plus he'll put the Sun up on the field, so it's like, okay, that's good. If another Pokemon wants to swap into this is fine. They've already burnt off their Blastoise, which is great, because, Blastoise would have been a good Pokemon to actually swap into my Charizard. So we got the Suns out, and my guns are out, and I could go for another Max Flare here, right? And that is definitely going to take the Ferrothorn out. So Ferrothorn's going to get some more Leech Seed back there. I was like, okay, that's fine. Whatever, you're going to get KO'd this time. And then they went for Dynamax Ferrothorn. They really, really wanted to keep their Ferrothorn. They probably noticed looking at my team, and after seeing, probably what sets I was running, that, Ferrothorn's actually pretty good against this team if Charizard is out of the picture, right? So they're going to Dynamax their Ferrothorn, and they are going to try and stall me out here. Again, funny that seeing, you never would have guessed seeing like a Ferrothorn and an Umbreon, right? So they went for a Max Guard. It's going to fail, thank goodness, and now my attack's going to take them out. So that's good getting rid of Ferrothorn. That's another stalling, annoying Pokemon out the way. Now, we've still got Umbreon left. I'm assuming it's probably just going to be the normal Wish set with Power Play, those sort of things. So I was sort of thinking, that's all right. I might be able to take that out if I can hit it like really, really hard. I might be able to set up on it too, but the problem with the physical Pokemon is setting up. If it does have Power Play, that could be really bad. So now they're going to go for Protect here. Like, of course they're going to go for Protect. And of course, Charizard's going to go for a Max Flare there. It still does okay damage to Umbreon. Umbreon's got good special defense, and its defense is pretty good too. So Charizard is going to be now out of its Dynamax. So I was thinking, okay, right, they've got a little, about probably a quarter of their health gone after the Leech Seed damage, right? Blaze Kick at +1, right, in the Sun will do a lot of damage. I feel like I'm very close to almost taking them out here, depending on what their, their moveset was. If it was max health and max defense, there's a possibility it could just leave. And it missed. I'm like, that was a very, very big miss there on my Blaze Kick, because, I feel that could have been very, very close to taking them out, especially with a +1 and in the Sun, right? And as I said, Umbreon's got better special defense, right? It all sort of depends on what EVs they're running. I'm sure they're running max health, right? Depending on what they're running on the other side was, neither here nor there, because I never landed it right. So I thought, well, they might go for Protect here and get their Wish. If they don't go for Wish, the Wish Protect combination, Charizard's going to go down to probably a Foul Play. So if that happens, it happens, right? And they're not going to go for the Protect, they're going to go for Foul Play. So pretty much the same sort of set that I knew Umbreon would have, right? So Charizard is going to go down. So we've got to get past this stall, right? I'm thinking, okay, I've lost one of my most powerful Pokemon. That's saying something because it's a physical Charizard with Blaze Kick. What can I do to this? So I was like, okay, let's go into my Nidoking. Now, Nidoking was a mixed attacker with Life Orb. I had no way of taking Umbreon out. So I was like, let's see if I can get a Poison. Let's try. Like, I was really walled at the moment. So I'm going to go for Poison. Then they went for Swagger. I'm like, oh, they definitely didn't expect the physical set. They were probably expecting the normal special set, right? Judging on what they're using, they're probably used to seeing normal sort of movesets. So Umbreon is going to have another round of leftovers. Like, this is really good, because they just instantly gave me a +2. Now, Poison Jab is going to do a lot more damage now. It's almost probably going to take it out here. I get through the confusion, and Umbreon gets absolutely destroyed. So, with a critical hit, once again, it would have been very close, depending on what EVs they were running. But Umbreon should have probably gone down earlier on, so that sort of was a little bit of karma there for me. So now we got the Espeon coming here. It's going to take some Stealth Rock damage. I almost ran Sucker Punch on this set. They were very, very lucky that I wasn't. Like, they probably, maybe they didn't think of that. They probably haven't seen like a physical Nidoking before for a long time. So I'm going to swap into my Tyranitar, because obviously they're going to be going for a Psychic type move, right? So in comes the Psyshock here. That's not going to do much. So like, okay, they're going to go for Grass Knot, or they're going to go for Dazzling Gleam. Both these moves I know that I can tank easily, because I'm running an Assault Vest set, and Grass Knot does pretty minimal damage then. So now I go for the Ancient Power, hoping I can get an Ancient Power boost with the Assault Vest. It's going to make me very, very bulky, and I might be able to live maybe another hit afterwards from one of their Pokemon. So finally down goes the Espeon, and in comes the Haxorus. I'm like, okay, Haxorus. This is going to be a very good Pokemon. I know it's probably going to have a Fighting type move or a Ground type move. Most of them always carry Earthquake, so I was thinking, okay, Earthquake. And the problem about that is, right, I can't swap in Nidoking to that. Haxorus could most definitely outspeed me as well. It's going to be very close what EVs they're actually running. I was running, once again, I wasn't running Naive on this, so, or a Speed Nature, so I was a little bit worried whether I was going to get outspeed or not. So now we're going to go into Gyarados. Gyarados is going to get the Intimidate up on the Haxorus. I do take a bit of Stealth Rock damage, but that's fine. I've got rest. I'm not too worried. So they're going to go for a Poison Jab. I was like, okay, Poison Jab. That's interesting. And Poison Jab does like hardly any damage to me at all. So I'm like, fine. Now I'm going to go for a Roar. Their last Pokemon was very, very weak to Stealth Rock. It was the Scyther. Guessing just the usual Everlight Scyther based on all their other sort of standard sets. So they're going to get hit by the Stealth Rock and the Sandstorm. So the next time Scyther comes into the battle, it's going to be a KO'd Scyther. So getting some more leftovers back there. Now, if they do try and set up me again, I can go for a Roar or a Dragon Tail, but they're just going to attack me. Obviously, they know that I'm going to go for a phasing type move there. Since I'm running a bulky defensive set, I'm able to live that one and take the Scyther out with the Dragon Tail. Well, when it comes back in, it's going to get taken out, right? So, you know, the bulky Dragon Water Gyarados, they work very well with Roar and Dragon Tail. Rest of the Sleep Talk only on PIMPNITE's channel. So now we've got the Haxorus coming in. It's going to obviously Mold Breaker. It's going to be able to take me out pretty much with anything here. So I was like, okay, we'll go. I could go for a swap here, but Gyarados will go down to the Stealth Rocks anyway. So I can't swap out here. There's nothing really much I can do. Now I've got Nidoking left and there's Dunsparce. Dunsparce was really my only hope to actually take out this Haxorus, right? So down goes the Gyarados. So my last Pokemon here, last hope against this Haxorus is Dunsparce, right? Now Dunsparce has got Dragon Rush, so they swapped it out. It's like, okay, that sucks. I actually went for a Dragon Rush there. Now, Scyther's going to swap in. They probably just wanted to see what I had, or they're running some sort of strategy there. So, Scyther is going to go down. Now, I was very confident I could live pretty much anything this Haxorus just, like, threw at me. Like, whatever sort of set it did. I felt like I could live it because I was running max health. Like, badly. Then I can hit it with a Dragon Rush. And, you know, I could do some pretty good damage to it there. So, Haxorus is going to go for an Outrage. They were forced to go for their most powerful move. And, unfortunately, I'm going to get one shot of this. Like, damn, I felt like I would have lived that. So, that's unfortunate. So, I was thinking, okay, they must be running out of it nature. So, now I'm going to go into my Nidoking there. And Nidoking's got Ice Punch. I know that Ice Punch can take it out. I've also got Dragon Pulse too. So, either one of these moves will take it out. I was like, okay, I can use Ice Punch or I can use Dragon Pulse. This will be pretty close on the speed tie. Remember, I was running a mix set too, so I was a little bit worried about the speed tie. And unfortunately, Haxorus is going to outspeed me and take me out with the Outrage there. That was really, really close there. If I was running a normal spread on my Nidoking, I'd say I would have outsped that. But hope you people enjoyed both these battles. They were crazy ones. And I'll catch you for tomorrow's video. Peace out.